Welcome back to the channel. Hey Henry, welcome back to the channel. To be honest, he doesn't care about the channel. Just saying. Doesn't affect his life. Well, I'm gonna say that because when we're working on a car, we're outside. Not that he loves being outside. No good. Not that he loves being outside, but when we're outside, he's outside. Oh, man, we really, I wouldn't say that we needed that, but we needed that. What's going on? The last video, I don't know what I'm gonna do, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And we are still kind of there. Let me lay it out for you. I know you guys don't care, but it's cathartic for me. It's like therapy for me to talk it out on the phone or on the camera, on the channel. I talked to Teresa and, you know, bless her heart, she's like, what, you know, whatever you want to do. You know, she just kind of goes with the flow. So here's the deal. I don't want to put, I would like to put the VORTECH on the fail TD with the blow through, but I really like that car the way it is, and I need to protect that car from myself. The car's always going to be, in my mind, it's always going to be heavier than a Mustang, than my other options. It's always going to be heavier, therefore it's technically not going to be that fast. So I'm throwing away performance and making a car into something that I don't know if I would really like it, but it would be kind of fast because the combination's already pretty quick now. Change the gear and put the VORTECH on it with a blow through and kind of maybe get it dialed in, and it would probably be fairly quick, I guess, for what it was. But you know, then what? You know what I mean? Making a car really light to try and make it fast, that's a cheap way of doing it. Plus, I like the cars like that, and I can't afford to build a powerful engine. I've already said this 1,000 times because, you know, I got to run on pump gas. I like to drive it, yada yada yada. You know, blah blah blah. So the other option is, of course, the SILVERCAR. It's got some of its drawbacks as well. If I convert it to carburetor and go blow through, it'll basically never be EFI again. And then I'll have yet another car that is, I don't want to say it's worthless, but if I ever want to sell it, not that I sell things, but I'm just, in my mind, you never know, whatever. Then what? Then we've got McNugget, which is a coupe. I drive a coupe every day, driving the Brain, so I'm a little biased toward the coupe. They're technically a little bit lighter. So, you know, hey, I could put the blow through in McNugget, and then, you know, I could pull the motor transmission, do the clutch, put it all in McNugget with the carburetor and be good. But then what? I mean, SILVERCAR's just sitting there with, you know, basically a brand new K member, brand new struts, and for what? What am I gonna do with it? It's just gonna sit there? I mean, I work myself into different corners, paint myself in different corners by being impulsive and not having a good plan, or my plan's changing all the time because I see stuff. I'm easily influenced by things that I see, that I get inspiration from. So that it's just hard for me to get anything done because it's like I said, like writer's block. I'm afraid if I make a move, it's the wrong move. 2-3 weeks down the road, I'm like, oh, why'd I do that? Now, where are we at now? Well, I just went out and I started up the SILVERCAR, and I'm like, you know what? I should probably, at the moment, just leave it EFI and just see, you know, go maybe take it to the track again at some point, get the clutch done. I don't know. So now I'm out here looking at the EFI harness again and just making it as simple as possible and plugging it in and see if it'll work, see if it'll run the car. And if it'll run the car and the car will drive, then I can take all the other wiring out of the car and we're good to go. and just leave it like that and run it for a little while like that until I truly make my mind up. I want to put everything in McNugget. I'm going to be 100% honest about that. I want to put everything in McNugget. But, I'm looking at it right now. I can see it. But, that car is not nearly as solid as the silver car. The door jambs are rotted out. I mean, the floorboards aren't, I mean, they're not horrible, but they're not as good as silver car. Silver car's like rust free. So it makes the better choice, especially if down the road, which I will at some point, going to put a bar in the car. I mean, that might be you know, every Christmas, the last couple of Christmases, I've bought myself something kind of expensive, all in one fell swoop. You know, like I bought the brakes one year, which are sitting right there, assembled, not on a car, but assembled. I bought the, Teresa. I got the K-member this last year, so maybe next year I will buy a roll bar, buy like, you know, a decent roll bar and stuff like that. And then, of course, I have to get somebody to weld it in. Maybe that's what I'll do. And if I do, putting it in a car that's not in great shape just doesn't make a lot of sense. That's where I'm at. This is a real problem. This blower stuff has just caused a lot of issues for me. A lot of issues. Because I'm not getting anything done. We're coming up on July 4th. I'm gonna have some time off, and I need to start doing some stuff to the car. I need to start doing some stuff. I got a ton of work. I've got a ton of work to do to one of the cars, and we need to get on it. So anyway, I'm gonna piddle with this harness some more, and just because I feel like I'm accomplishing something. So thanks for listening. I should have, instead of thanks for watching, thanks for listening to me being my rambling idiocy as I try and rationalize, and I don't want to say justify, but just rationalize my decisions. And it helps to talk out loud sometimes. To, you know, I run it through my head constantly, but sometimes it helps to speak it, you know, speak it out, and then, okay, that don't sound too crazy, or wow, what was I thinking? So I don't know. That's where we're at, though. We're trying to make some decisions. Also got it in a mail the other day. I'm not going to show it to you. No big deal. I got one of the old Crane stud conversion kits that used to offer them, so you could, for stock heads, GT40, P, you know, E7, whatever, it screwed in, but it's a 3/8 stud, and it has a little guide plate with it. And so you could run adjustable valve train on stock heads without having to go get a bunch of machine work done or anything like that. You just bolted them on. Granted, it's still a 5/16 hole with stuff, you know, whatever. But you do have adjustable valve train, no more shims. And the other thing with that is that if you wanted to, you could probably put a stud girdle on it. I know. Whatever, but you know, maybe help with deflection or whatever. I mean, I don't know why I'm worried about it. I got pedestal rockers on the Fail TD, and I turn 7,000, 7,200 in it all the time. I'm sure they're super happy. The rocker standard. I'm sure they're all real happy about all that. But whatever, it's still keeping on. So anyway, all right, let me get to work here for a few minutes before Teresa gets home. And again, I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy day to listen to the ramblings of a moron. We are sitting at our little table here, and what are we doing? Well, one of the things is we're going to start working on our carburetor. We're going to put our needle and seat in, and we're going to put our boost reference power valve in. So this had a 4.5 valve in it, and this boost reference valve has a spring and a check ball in it, and it is adjustable. So they come from, I got mine from SCS Carburetor, they come preset to open up around 3 pounds of boost. And the trick part, if you want to call it that, is that you can adjust it to come in later, or like with more boost, or you can have it come in sooner. The other thing is that on the metering block of our carburetor, it has, we've got all the emulsion, removable emulsions, but it's got the power valve channel restrictors are removable in this. If you look at the Hangar 18 mod, or look at other people that talk about modding these, you know, you need to drill these out so they can add more fuel, because you need it for the boost. But having removable ones, you can buy these in blanks. Now these are super small. I think factory they're like a 5'9", and you can buy them from Holly and stuff like that. I'm actually going to order some. Their recommendation from SCS is to start out, I think, at around 73. Now, to modify a blank set, you technically need a pin gauge set, which is basically just a bunch of little steel rods that are numbered, and you stick it, like I would take one and I would stick in this hole to see what it was. It will tell me what the gauge, what it is. So, like I say, I would assume, I want to say, it may not be 59. That may be way big. It may be smaller than that. But anyway, I read that somewhere. So you check it with the pin gauge, and then you're like, okay, well, I need to go bigger. So you get the corresponding drill bit. They make super small pin drill sets and stuff like that. You can get them at hobby stores and things, and you can make your own to whatever size you need. I will probably buy some just to make it a little easier and see if I can get maybe close. But anyway, that's what we're doing. It's good times. I finally bought a carburetor stand, so I can actually work on it now a little bit. Anyway, we had to do some our new Dash 8 fittings that we were going to use versus this, like, basically one-piece line, which is Dash 6. We had to grind them down because they didn't actually fit the balls. We had the nut size was much larger, so got them down where they'll fit, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, right now I'm just kind of cleaning up a little bit and fixing to put this side back together, and, or at least for the moment. So I don't know, maybe I'll order some and wait. I don't know, I'll probably just put it together. We still haven't 100% decided if we're going carburetor yet. We don't know. I don't know. I got lots of issues, so lots of mental issues. We got some stuff in the mail. I know this whole video is me talking, so sorry. Got some O2 plug deals. We got 4 sets of emulsion jet or power valve restrictors. We got a 67, a 76, a 78, and an 82 size. This is some intake studs, manifold studs, and in this we've got our what should be our 1-wire alternator. Like I say, I've had one of these, one of the little Denso ones, and it's on the LTD and has worked very well. It's about, I don't know, I think about 4 years old at this point. So we got this one from Speedway, and it's a 90 amp. Looks like someone sent it. I don't know. I'm not. I've got this same kind of tape here at the house, so who knows what happened here. Someone may have bought it, didn't like it, didn't work for their project, whatever. But this is what we chose to get. Like I say, we've had these before, or have one before, and works pretty good. So we'll have to change the pulley out on it, and then we'll also have to figure out technically how to mount it up, because the mounting's a little bit different than the factory one, but we can figure that out. Like I say, save a few poundages. Anyway, it's hot. I know. Man, I changed my mind so much. I really want to just go ahead and do the blow-through deal and be done with it. But I feel like that when we ran the car, the one time that it ran good, I feel like, we ran a 657. We started, best pass, we started leaning on it the last couple passes on the launch RPM a little bit, started leaning on it a little bit more. And the 60 foots were going down. We still weren't leaving off two-step or anything, so we're not leaving off boost, so we're leaving some on, we're definitely leaving some 60 foot on the table if the track would have held it. And, that's ifs and buts and whatevers. But I feel like we were definitely leaving some on the table. And it, when a best of a 657, it was on, based on the numbers, if I hadn't missed fourth, it would have ran at the very least another 57. I think it would have been a couple numbers faster, just based on the 330 number or whatever. So I feel like I left some on the table, and that it would be, I'd like to, almost like to take it back with the EFI, because I'm changing so much stuff that, putting the carb on it, I guess what I'm worried about is that it won't be as fast with the blow through, because with the EFI I'm using the meth, and I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I've put the carb on it that it might be slower. I don't know, and I won't know. Until I make it. Gosh, we've got a lot of work to do, and we're not getting any of it done. It's just I don't know. I'm scared that if I put the EFI on it, that's going to slow down. But again, I don't know if that's actually going to happen versus the EFI. I put the carb on it and go up there, and with the weight loss, the other stuff we've done, I go up there and it runs like a 649. I'm going to be like, oh wow, we did not do a good job. So I don't know, but I'm going to end this video. I got to make a decision. I've got to make a decision, because I've got a lot of work to do to the car. I've got parts that I've ordered, stuff. I got to make a decision. So on what to do. Anyway, I guess we'll find out soon enough what the decision is. But thanks for commenting, thanks for subscribing, thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. I couldn't do it without you, and I wouldn't want to. I know we haven't been putting out much content, but I haven't been working on anything. I'm stumped. I am just stumped on this whole deal of what to do. What do I really want to do? I'm stumped. So, but anyway, especially, thanks for watching. And until next time on Substandard Leader and Fox Body Videos, one year only Lincoln twin turbo stick shift town cars, Ford drag vans, proud owner, proprietor of Club Big Boost, and as always, fight the good fight against Zombie Mustangs and that Rascal Dr. Fear. We'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'm working.